Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Ascension. We have made it all the way around twice now, which brings us to everyone's final stab at the Ascension climb. Except for two people who I still have yet to decide. Well, okay, we all know Ascension 20 is going to be Toeris. No one should be surprised, but for Ascension 19, I'm looking for contenders, and the OG himself could be one. Because today for Ascension 13, I'm going to bring out the most disgusting build, probably, that exists for the slave holder. And it really just comes down to one sentence. You don't get a turn. And by you, of course, I mean the mortal fools who dare to oppose the slave holder. But I'll explain the whole team when we get in. As for our talento, the right side from Og is just fantastic. It buffs all of the monsters and makes monsters cheaper to train, which is amazing. Gives us a few freebies, although they won't be particularly useful to today's strategy. As for the leftover points, I just went for some defensive stuff to make it less likely the slaveholder gets owned when things leak through, because they probably will. That's becoming a trend that I'm not a fan of. For Ascension 13, the Master's maximum life is reduced by 15% for a total of 25%. So let's get started, shall we?
Let's get to work!
As for our promotions, we're going to be doing Le Murdering. So for Le Murdering, who do we want? There is probably no one better than our good friend the Colossal Hydra. Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me. Now give me a moment to name our friends. They are many, and I will get right back to you. Alrighty, this may look a little strange, but allow me to reassure you. Now, the main part of today's strategy is the Abominable Swole Man. And he may not look impressive, but at level 3 he will be impressive. The Yetigo is the only unit in the entire game to have a guaranteed stun attack. I mean, it has a stipulation, and that is that there are 2 debuffs on the enemy, but his first attack will guaranteed stun if there are 2 debuffs. 2 debuffs is usually not tricky to apply, but to assist us with that endeavor, to guarantee it, we have the assistance of Richard D. Pecker, the Cock. Even though we won't be finding any more Draconis today, he does have a friend, and that is Scornchy, which apparently was the official name for the salamander. I don't know where this came from, and when I tried to look it up, I only got 2 results from Google, so hey, someone came up with a very unique name. Congratulations, whoever it was, during the Draconid stream ages ago. But joining the Abominable Swole Man and his stunning efforts is Aramantis the Bullman. He has just a 50% chance to stun with his second attack, and that sounds fantastic. But did you also know there's another character that can stun? And that is the Ceramorph. I mean, there's also the Naga, but we're not talking about her today. The Ceramorph has a 25% chance to stun the front, and that goes up to 50% when he levels to 3. So we are going to need to level up the Abominable Swole Man and Ceramorph as quickly as possible, preferably. Alucard and Bork are our free units. Don't really care about them. They're probably going to be sold. Sorry, bestest boy. It's just how it's going to be. And last but not least is the Harpy named Poppy. This name suggestion comes from Wolfie Spider, and I already forgot what it was in reference to, but the Harpy is a unit we haven't really made use of. However, she does provide us with 60% nature resist at level 2, which is something I've learned I need, courtesy of the last run. The Harpy is a little bit of a buffing bot. She can apply haste to people in front of her, but she can also do loads of air damage and apply tiredness, which is all fine and dandy. I was actually thinking about ways to synergize more air damage, but we're here for the stuns today. The enemy's not going to get a turn in perfect circumstances. So we are going to hit the trainer. Oh, also, we have some traps. The Ballista is here for AoE physical damage. The most important part is applying broken armor. I actually was looking around for more ways to apply broken armor, and there's a surprisingly few ways to do this. So I thought, hey, Ballista it is. And because we'll be working on broken armor through the Ballista and through Scornchy, I thought, hey, let's just throw in a circular saw. Also, it's cheap. So, hey. Our starting artifact is the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, cool. We'll be getting lots of blood, so we can transfer that to tears if necessary. Now, Kid Events left a great tip, which is basically merchants are cool and all, but it's probably more important that we level up our monsters, because they are, of course, the crux of our scheme. I actually don't know how the Harpy levels. Damage. I like damage. But as mentioned, most important is to level the Abominable Swoleman so he can do what we want him to do. I'd love it if I could also level Ceramorph because this goes to 50% at level 3, but we are 30 gold short. Probably a good idea to level up Richard D. Pecker. We could also skip this and just hit the merchant and see what happens. All decent ideas. We could use Bork in like a, I don't want to say worst case scenario, but, you know, unideal scenario. I didn't realize Scornchy could actually synergize with the bot. You know what? Sure, we'll level up Scornchy. The last salamander we found, we just threw away. Should have hit the merchant. I'm sorry, Sir Gracule. I'll come back for you. Probably. I'm actually going to plunder here, I think. Ooh, okay. Great. Oh dear. Alright, we're gonna rip this. This is a 5% chance of injury. Thank you. Your volunteer stole all the farm's onions. The farmer's soup will be bland. You are so cruel. They have emerged unscathed. Technically, they did it, so they're the cruel ones, but whatever. While dusting the dungeon, the Goblin Cleaner has freed a monster caught in a spider web. He also accidentally woke up a giant spider queen, who demands compensation for the destruction of her webs. We're gonna fight her. Now, this is not a morale build. But the ghost could still be useful. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. But because we're not using the ghost as a good boy, the main boy, we're going to give it the optional name, the secondary name of Kasogtha. I do love Kasogtha. We're of course going to go to the hardest combat because I need to. Probably. But I want to mess around with the rooms because Aromantis and Ceramorph both have a chance to stun the front line. So we want them to be in different rooms. And I'm probably, for now anyway, going to have Abominable Swoleman in the second room, just because of the penalty requirement. Maybe we can use our traps to kind of guarantee this trigger. And we're going to want Richard D. Pecker with him. So, how's our resistance looking? Questionable. Our fire resist, we're probably going to have Aromantis. I think it's Ceramorph and Scornchy, actually, that are our fire resist. It most certainly is. Okay. Let's just spread this out a little bit. Let's be defensive. We know the drill. I'm surprised that Poppy is weak to air. Huh. That is most peculiar. But anyway. This looks fine. I guess we can have Alucard. This looks fine. Probably. This is probably fine. We'll have Alucard in room 1 because this is more, like, important. Like, I'm pretty sure room 2 is Abominable Swoleman, Scornchy, Richard D. Becker. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But we will see what we can see. We have a really strange combat going on here. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. But leading the charge is the Templar. The Templar will be attacking the front with air damage and applying vulnerability. Alucard's not going to like that very much, but he will at least... Nope. He's going to die to the Invoker, who will be attacking the front with fire damage. She's also invulnerable to the first attack. Both of these are pretty bad, but that's okay. Did you live? You lived! I'm so proud of you. Now, we rolled the 50-50. The 25, excuse me. Which is even worse than I expected. This actually might not be terrible. What if we just rip this? Alucard will survive that? Yeah, sure, let's do it. Oh. You're immune to debuffs. Well, that's unfortunate. I have a few of those. Okay, now I need to roll the die. You are quite resilient to air, but what if we just tired you anyway? Nah, just kidding. Just keep doing AoE damage, it's fine. Alright, 25%, let's go. Flip the double coin. Nail it! Ceramorph, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And then we died a horrible, painful death. Well, it is how it is, you know. How's our fire resist? It's weak except for the Invoker. What do then? Now, Chalcedon doesn't actually survive very long. You know, initially. We'll get around to it. We'll get around to it. I'm going to be applying the burn here because of the Abominable Swoleman. I'm hoping I get 3 turns at best, but at least 2. It's going to be pretty hard stunning the Invoker, and the Invoker is resistant to ice. That's going to kind of suck, but hey, it is what it is, and it ain't when it ain't. This slow really sucks. Chalcedon lived at 7. Look, Chalcedon. As long as you don't want to eat one of my stunny boys, I will give you food, okay? That's it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I'm really debating the fire weakness here. I think I'm going to do it. This does provide a debuff that, you know, can affect her. I can also just murder this person, which I guess I'm going to do. Sure. That's an interesting synergy I didn't think about. I didn't buff the Burning Whip at all, but hey, maybe that's something we can work on. Do you like poison? You do not like poison. But you are immune to poison. Should have thought of that. I guess I can slow you? Sure. Let's go, Mantis Stunner. 50-50. Nailed it. Alright. Abominable Swoleman, I'm going to give you this kill. Alrighty. We got the Orc. Be'lakor. Great choices. Now, the Orc, I almost always exclusively use the Orc in morale builds, but he could also be really good here. However, Be'lakor is probably most of my fire resistance. Probably. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, right, it's only, Ceramorph has 15, and then Scornchy has a whopping 80. So, Be'lakor, what is this name? No, you're... Did I just accidentally spell it correctly? I think I did. No. We have the other way. The incorrect way. The Legend of Keeper's Way. Now, we could actually train something because of our reduction in stuff. A wandering troubadour offers to sing for your employee in exchange for a modest sum. With the right employee, you could convince her to sing for free. No, I'm good. I think we YOLO for money for this, and we're probably going to business trip. The R&D manager has developed a new trap and seems to be very proud of it. He wants to secretly sell it to you for a few gold coins. Speaking of stunning, I'm pretty sure this is a condition I can't meet, though. Yep. Even less than 75%, that's probably not happening. I mean, unless something... No, just ignore it, We're not here for morale today. Which always feels weird to say. You want all of my good units, don't you? Applies Terrified 5 to all heroes when a demon is defeated. Scornchy, I'm afraid that's not really going to happen. We're going to have to send out the cock. Not a fan of sending out the cock. I like the cock. But I'm afraid it's going to have to happen. Now, level 3 is going to Ceramorph. This is, of course, going to increase our stun chance from 25 to 50. Probably not leveling Kasogtha. Kasogtha's kind of here as an emergency. Oh no. Sort of thing, you know? In an odd way, Kasogtha does synergize with Poppy, though. In like this strange, abstract, where's the nightmare meme sort of situation. The night meme, even. An artifact and 25 gold. I would like more gold, but we're just going to take this. We're just going to have to get over it and accept it. Now, can we... We're going to try the stun in room 1. We're going to try that. So we're going to... Although Be'lakor's condition sucks right now. Do we just rely on Abominable Swoleman, maybe a trap, and Scornchy to get it done? We might. Alright, you know what? We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. The good old college try, as 'twere. Good news, everyone! This was the worst time to swap the room. Wait a minute, that's not good news. Leading the charge is the Sage. We'll be attacking the front with ice damage, but we got shuffled by the dreaded Enchanter, who actually shuffled decently well. Thank you. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate it. And last but not least is the Tracker. The Tracker attacking the back with fire damage and dodging the first trap activation. Also, I forgot the Salamander applies 2 debuffs. Isn't that just freaking convenient? It sure is. Ah, good old Scornchy. Let's YOLO. Almost. Not quite. Scornchy's passive is that attacks from monsters of the group apply tiredness. So technically, Scornchy does apply 2 debuffs just like the good old cock. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. This went really well, actually. Unfortunately, the Abominable Swoleman will fall to the dreaded Sage. But both of these units are incredibly weak to physical damage, which is pretty much all I do. So, congratulations, friends. Round of applause. We may have swapped in an inconvenient time for the dungeon layout, but it just worked out. It's amazing. Will this affect the Colossal Hydra, I wonder? Science. Nope. I should have remembered that from last time, but you know, I have the memory of a goldfish, so. Both these units are weak to fire, so do we do that? Sure, why not? Killing 2 units is better than 1. Also, Merlin is applying elemental weakness to our giant Hydra pet, which is supremely irritating. Chalcedon probably could have soloed this if it weren't for that. Maybe. Hard to say. It's hard to say. No, it's not. It's our money. You've done well, Hydra, baby. And that is going to be a glorious W for the team. Air weakness for blood buff. Yellow? Not quite. Alrighty. That was easy. Prank Pie, Unholy Shroud, and Transmutation Circle. None of these are quite what I wanted, but we will take the Transmutation Circle. Monsters placed at the front deal 2% additional damage per missing life percentage. And as it has been pointed out to me numerous times, because I keep forgetting, that applies to our monster. And because ideally we're just stunning people into oblivion, someone will probably live at the front for a long time. I mean, you know, maybe. Possibly. Considerably. Now, I'm debating... How much does it upgrade the ballista? It's probably 175. Increased by my penalty, so it's probably like 190. Oof. I can barely upgrade something there. I would like to upgrade it, but... both of these are pretty good damage upgrades. It's probably better to go to the trainer. Who would I upgrade? Aromantis is a good upgrade. Aromantis is a good upgrade. I think I'm gonna upgrade a trap. This feels strange. And it's the circular saw. How much is this? 240. Okay. Now I'm broke, but... we have the Philosopher's Stone, so let's put it to good use. 1. Boop. There we go. There we bloody go. Now, part of me would like to sell someone. But I'm also terribly afraid. So I think I'm going to YOLO instead. Cutavets left a great tip about the black market, and that is that you can buy units from a merchant, like kind of cheap, and you can sell them for more at the black market. So if we find another merchant with a black market we can see or expect to come up, we need to keep that in mind. Gothar demands blood. Quenches thirst, and he will send one of his most dreadful avatars in to the mortal world. Sure. How dreadful is this avatar? It's Queen Azshara. My queen. Not that dreadful, to be honest. Now, of course, Azara does have a stunning passive, but it does apply to morale, so it's really not that applicative to what we're doing today. We are going to tap the trainer. Do I want to think about this course? Nah, no. Bellacore is a remarkable level up, and probably what we're doing. Aromantis, his stun chance doesn't go up, right? It's just like damage and stuff. It's been so long since I've used this character. In fact, so long I forgot his name. I had to go look it up. Oh, it does go up. Well then. Aromantis. Aromantis, my best friend. Congratulations on your level 3. Let's see if you can put it to good use. There's a Fountain of Youth here, which does kind of suck. I'm pretty sure I'm going to brute force Abominable Soulman Aromantis, and then I just need to pick another person to go with it. And it's probably going to be level 3 Scornchy. But we have options. Options. We are in the presence of royalty. The High King of the Dawe, Thorgrim Grudgebearer, is here to say hello, to give his greetings to our lovely infinite stun build. The question though, will Aromantis survive? Of course Aromantis will survive. Who do you, beautiful, think you're talking to? Joined by the Herbalist, who for whatever reason is not leading the charge this time. I know the reason. It's because the High King of the Dawe is leading the charge, and he doesn't give a fuck what she wants. Stun again. Almost. And last but not least, the great nuisance herself, the Harpooner, who has fallen before the Dark Gods. Now, unfortunately, with Scornchy fallen, she survived the Herbalist attack quite well, actually. We have lost a decent number of our debuffs. Yellow again. Yes! This is going really well. So we will unfortunately not be able to ice block stun again, but maybe we can just keep... Oh, Aromantis, my boy. You're doing the king dirty. Just the way I like it. Stun. Beautiful. Absolutely. Oh, ow. This nature weakness from the Herbalist is really starting to hurt. Just keep slowing, just keep stunning. Yes. Oh, I love this build. If only I had one more debuff somehow. If only. Stun. Beautiful. And that stun will carry over into the Hydra encounter. So how do I deal with this? You are hella resistant to fire. And armor. Awkward. I guess I'm just going to breathe fire. Just try and get the most out of this that we can. Now, unfortunately, Chalcedon is quite weak to air, and now even weaker because of the Herbalist, but hey, here's what it is. Thankfully, the High King does apply vulnerability. That's the downside, I suppose, of just constantly stunning Thorgrim. He doesn't apply vulnerability to himself when you do that, but that's okay. That is okay. The Fountain of Youth here is going to heal 15% of their max life, but it will not remove the many stacks of burn that our little beautiful boy has been applying. Farewell, Chalcedon. You've done phenomenal. I guess we're going to show no mercy. I do love that button. And now, the High King will probably fall? I guess we'll haste. Sure, why not? Bloodbath. I think the air weakness really helped out that one out. Nope, none of your shit. I'm tired of it. Farewell, King of the Dawe.
The Great Book of Grudges remains full.
Hopefully I didn't forget this time to edit in the Great Book of Grudges. But would you look at that? It's Kamikaze. This is probably a terrible idea with my fire weakness. Probably. The liquid nitrogen capsules Ice damage from monster attacks are dealt to the target's fire resistance if it is lower than the ice resistance. I probably want this. I have... Is it just the Abominable Swoleman? Is that worth it? He is a main component of our build. And the Nightmare Mirror is just... fantastic. I probably just take the Nightmare Mirror, don't I? Let's be honest. For efficiency's sake, we take the Nightmare Mirror. But this does open a beautiful door. A beautiful, wonderful, miraculous door. Mirror. Okay, sure. If I'm being perfectly honest, the main reason I took... I did upgrade this, though. Shit. Main reason I took this was because, one, it was cheap, and two, it was cheap. And some physical damage. The question is, do we go to the course? If the course hits Kuthogtha or Queen Ajara, I am uber sad. It's 8 weeks, right? And you can say no to the course, which is pretty convenient. Pretty convenient. I think we see who it hits. Can I control this somehow? Well, you have received a letter from the Monster Training Center offering to train one of your employees for a large amount of gold. The training would take 8 weeks for +2 levels. The clock! You know what? Sure. Level 4 cock. Let's do it. Chalcedon didn't seem well this morning. One of her heads hiccuped, then vomited a skeleton. No one knows who it was during its lifetime, nor for how long it has been in the Hydra's belly. If it isn't the one, the only. Pestilence. Oh, wait a minute. Vertebrae. How convenient. My vertebrae are killing me right now. Well, actually, it's everything around the vertebrae, because it's all dying and mad and pissed off and scarring, and you know how it is. Please eat somebody. The Hydra seems to be fascinated by one of your work tools. Come to think of it, she could really benefit from having it. And she would be less bored while you're away. So we can give her the Philosopher's Stone, which would allow her attacks to apply 1 additional effect snack. Or, if we had 200 gold, we could buy her something that would do the exact same thing. That kind of sucks. Usually, when you, sacrifice something, you get a better effect than the one that's just buying a replacement for the thing you would sacrifice. Usually. Or we could say, no, it's mine, and just give the Colossal Hydra 3 enrage for the next dungeon. That's not permanent, that's just for the next dungeon. We have made good use of the Philosopher's Stone. And no, once it made 300 gold. So I think we're going to give it to her. This could be really good. There you go. I care for you. I appreciate you. You're my girl. Probably go for the artifact and then tap the free therapist if I had to guess. Aramantis is sad. So we'll let Aramantis rest up. We are going to have to remember to pull him out before we tap the therapist, which, we'll see. Without Aramantis, I'm a little more sketched about the first room. But to be honest, the second room is not exactly what I would call secure. Still, Vertebrae in the third position is actually pretty useful. We might even level him up. He has nature resist. Isn't that fantastic? Alright, sure. We'll roll with this. It should be fine. Probably. I'm a little concerned about this. You know, we'll swamperoo the Rumaroo. We'll let these guys take the brunt of whatever is coming our way. Alright. Sure. That'll do. That will do. Go find me a good artifact. Ooh, the Sacred Altar sucks. Why does this altar suck every time I see it? This is pretty sketch. And the Sacred Altar is in an absolutely terrible position, which, let's be honest, we all expected that. But leading the charge is the Knight. But what is a king? Before a god. You'll be attacking the front with loads of physical damage, which Be'lakor will decently eat. Unless I roll this 50-50. Figured I wouldn't. Of course not. But the most annoying part is the enrage that he gives to his friends, and he is joined by the Amazon. How did she die? Oh. Joined by the Amazon. Who? Why did I get Frostbite 2 here? Ah. We'll be attacking the center with loads. Do I try and stun, or do I just do damage? Damage. Stun. Damage. Stun. Stun. Damn it. Loads of damage, nature damage to the center, which is kind of my weak point. But she was healed, unfortunately, by the shitty Shamananan. The shitty Shamananan. Who's dealing AoE fire damage, which could be bad. Could actually be bad. It's kind of funny. Every time we see her, it's like, well, she might be the worst part of this. Or not. Who knows? I don't know. Obviously. We're just going to be spamming out that burn, which, unfortunately, the Sacred Altar is going to remove. But if I can do just enough damage to get the mirror here to pop off, then hopefully it'll be okay. I also realized that in this room, or I also realized across our rooms, we're kind of not doing just physical damage. So the Ballista might have, like, exhausted its use, which is not something I expected. Really not something I expected. Chalcedon will survive these many... Nope, she won't. Crap. Let's go! We should be fine, though. I hope. So here's an interesting combo that I liked. With Scornchy in the group, Vertebrae does 2... Yeah. So with Scornchy in the group, Vertebrae applies both tiredness and poison with this. And the question on everyone's minds... Isn't that enough? No, we just do this. There goes the dodge. Scornchy's gonna eat this. Kill her, kill him, kill him. Just kill something. Anything. I beg of you. And that poison arrow does a load of nothing. Please survive, Scornchy. I believe in you. I believe no more. But the abominable Swole Man is gonna at least kill him. Yes! Yes! The abominable Swole Man. Beautiful. The Aegis. Creatures transfer their stacks of Enrage to a random monster of the group when they are defeated. Ha. Now, for an Enrage group, this is really good. For our group, this doesn't really apply. But to be fair, none of this really applies. Homeopathic poison, hybrid shit, not doing that. Unholy shroud, morale shit, not doing that. Well, it's more hybrid stuff where the morale deals frostbite stuff, whatever, we'll take the Aegis. We can at least make use of the Aegis, pull them out, if we do stuff and things. Stuff and things. We're broke. I would love to extend this, but we're just going to have to take the regular one. Hopefully this is a morale event, motivation event. It is. It's not a great one, but we're going to freaking take it. The Workers' Union has made a request. An anonymous suggestion box for the employees. Even if they cannot write, this simple gesture will boost morale. They do not need to know the suggestion box will empty straight into le trash. Farewell. Alrighty, how are we doing? It's looking good. We've pretty much recovered. Scornchy is a little wounded, but she can at least still contribute to the cause. I guess this is an Alucard moment. Off you go, Alucard. Go have fun. Now, we could hit this Alchemist, and I'm thinking about it pretty hard. I need money, and I'm going to need blood. We're going to collect some blood. So I think I just rip it. I'm not going to need tears, I know that. Is that enough? That might be enough. I might do this once. Just in case. You never know when you're going to need tears. For like an event or just a YOLO thing or something. So it looks like the middle and the right are both the same difficulty. The difference is that the one on the right gives us a monster and its resting room is a Fountain of Youth, which will affect our build. I don't know if it'll ruin the build, but it'll affect our build. And the middle gives us a master bonus and has a campfire, which does nothing to our build. Now, we are not immediately in need of more monsters. Assuming we're not thinking about going for the achievement this run. Which I probably am not. By achievement, I mean my missing artifact that I keep putting off trying to acquire. Probably gonna go for this master bonus. There are a lot of good ones that can hit. The cock has rejoined us. Look at him. His glorious level 4. It's beautiful. Truly marvelous. Scornchy is such a good compatriot for the Abominable Swole Man. So much better than I even expected. I wish her passive upgraded to 2 tiredness. That would be amazing, but can't have it all, my friends. You cannot have it all. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to let Scornchy cap off her missing motivation. We will swap through the room. We'll bring Vertebrae up to room 1. So what does this look like? I'm happy with room 2. Room 2 makes me happy. This brings me joy. This elicits phenomenal joy. Great pleasure. So we're going to basically sacrifice room 1 and see if they can at least chip things down for us to massacre in room 2. Maybe we get used out of this ages. Who knows? I remain amazed at how much I tend to dread shifting the rooms around, but this could be okay, even though there are 2 supreme nuisances that stand before us. First and foremost is the Shadow. Farewell, Poppy. The Shadow will be dealing loads of nature damage to the front, which Poppy ate surprisingly well. Please stun. Failed it. You know what Poppy will not eat surprisingly well? That's right. Oh, I'm getting... Glacial Spirit. That's why I'm getting Frostbite. Got it. Poppy did not eat the AoE very well. And last but not least is the Mamluk, who will be attacking the back with air damage. I was kind of hoping the air damage would be, enough. If I had level Bellacore, I could have burned everybody, but... hey, it's fine. We'll probably get around to it. Maybe. Who knows? Did you... what just happened? Just felt like you're moving that, huh? Wasn't interested in the Frostbite? Alright, that's fine. Also, this Virtuoso has 95% physical armor, so I guess it's a good thing we kind of pivoted out of it. Unfortunately, the Shadow was the person I really need to hit with that Fireball. Maybe I can bleed him. Because this is my last turn. So what do? Burn everybody. Or bleed him. Probably burn everybody for this. This is going to be one mess of a room if he lives. I was kind of hoping he would die, but it is what it is. It be what it be. Chalcedon, you should have gotten your event for plus 40 resistance. You know that, right? Oh, if I had bled in the mirror, it would have killed him. Or I could kill him. Alright, so much for the Aegis. And there is the dodge, but that's okay. Because Richard D. Packer, the cock, can you tell I enjoy saying that? Is here to have some fun. Break the armor. Good. Alright, this worked out well. None of this is what I wanted. I wanted the improved enrage, but we'll take the armor. Sure. We will take le armor. Kind of saying that like love, aren't I? Alright, question. We have a lot of gold. Do we level the mirror? Do we level the mirror. Although in a weird twist of events, it might actually be better to level up the circular saw. You're joking. 1 bleeding stack? That's it? That's all you've got for me? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I really wish I could use Cyril's, like, debuff trap. That'd be amazing. Week 25. Course is 8 weeks, so... This could YOLO... It's looking for level 2 units, right? So, Be'lakor, Bork, Vertebrae, Poppy. I don't know if this will prevent them from being picked, but... We'll tap it and see what happens, shall we? It's Be'lakor. You've received a letter from the Monster Training Center offering to train one of your employees for a large amount of gold. Go get him, Be'lakor. Come back. Plunder. I think I'm going to try and plunder. I've been avoiding plunders for most of my existence, and this is why. Let's go. Yes. Your volunteers have organized a dance party involving several bonfires and a few happy murders in the village. They have emerged unscathed. Great. Money. I love money. Am I tapping this therapist? It does not appear to be so. While wandering around in the corridors this morning, you come face to face with a human. He seems as surprised as you are. So what are you going to do? Capture him, of course. Money! Alrighty, we have a lot of options. Loads and loads of options. This gives up to 200% damage if the target's armor is negative, which isn't always the case. These are a lot of number increases. I like that a lot. And the Abominable Swole Man is, in fact, the star of today's show, so we might as well level him. Since I've never used Poppy before, I'm inclined to level her as well. Are we talking Glacial Spirit 3 for your passive, Mr. Ceramorph? You are, of course, in this awkward position. Glacial Spirit 4. Do I have any unit that can survive 4 turns? That's a good question. That's a good question indeed. You know, Scornchy has done some unbelievable work. We'll level up Poppy. We'll level up Poppy. We'll level up Scornchy as well. I believe Vertebrae, as useful as he is, I do not believe he gets dodged too. And I believe every time I see that I get upset. Yeah, I'm feeling upset still. Darn it. But at level 3, he gets 2 stacks of poison on his area, which could be remarkably useful. Spending all of my gold at trainer, probably not remarkably useful, but that's okay. We're hitting a champion. And the champion is going to give us lots of money. The question is, do we want to run this same room setup? Were we satisfied? Dean Martin. And I believe we were. I believe that we were. There is an argument. Not a great one. Room 2 just has so many potentials with the Abominable Swole Man. Because Richard D. Pecker alone, so like Abominable Swole Man, Aramantis, and Richard D. Pecker, done. Beautiful room. But we could have the Abominable Swole Man with Scornchy and Aramantis, also very useful. Depending on how fast the room is. We could also bring Vertebrae for some cute Scornchy synergy. There's just so many choices, so many options. But I think we're just going to run this back, and we're going to face whatever the game throws at us. And hopefully it's not a... Let's not say it, shall we? Hey, it's not what I was thinking. So as long as we don't say it out loud, we can't be cursed, right? Right? Leading the charge is the Amazon who is supporting our champion, Miyamoto, the samurai. Why does it feel like we've seen a lot of Miyamoto recently? I wonder. Anyway, Miyamoto is going to be attacking the front with air damage and applying air weakness. Oh, I was hoping you could get that stun. If he hits a target with negative air resistance like Ceramorph has right meow, oh, this is bad. Then it's going to ricochet to the target behind them. And if that target has negative air resistance, guess what? Oh, it's going to ricochet again. Stun. Ceramorph, come. So there goes the whole team, basically, is where I was going with that. I didn't see it until just now. You can't really blame me. There's also the Herbalist attacking the back with nature damage and applying elemental weakness. Double nature and air, Really? That's really how this is going to go. We are going to show no mercy here, which will give us some use of the Aegis, I think. But there should be... well, fire weakness, then fire. Ow! This hurts so much. Hopefully, our second room here can just clean this up. Are we gonna make it? No? Yes? Oh, that's 17. I'm so proud of you, Chalcedon. Such a good girl. Oh boy, okay. So, in some strange twist of events, the Abominable Swoleman is faster than the Amazon, and I did not expect that. Get stunned. Oh, you lived. You lived as well. Why stun? When you could just kill. Marvelous. Truly wonderful. Now, unfortunately, Scornchy is going to fall here in a moment. To the foul Herbalist. But so is the Amazon. And that's a one-tap. Jeez, Aromantis! That's, of course, because of the Enrage and the 100% damage if a target has negative armor. I think Aromantis is telling me I should have leveled him. I think that's what he's trying to tell me here. Well. Kel'Thuzad motherfucking Zod. Now we have... these are both actually exceptionally good options. I'm ignoring the Bewitched Glove. It doesn't matter. And the reason is because Kel'Thuzad motherfucking Zod can apply either random penalties to everybody, if he's in the first position, or Frostbite to just the back position to synergize with the Abominable Swoleman. He's also level 3, which is amazing, and can be used for just more random shit if we put him in the back line. Abaddon, on the other hand, is a load of fire resist and a ball of hit points, which is very convenient. Also, he does apply debuffs, but it's really not, like, as guaranteed as Kel'Thuzad motherfucking Zod, who we're going to pick. I skipped you up last time, Kel'Thuzad, because, well, honestly, you weren't a part of my plan. But now you are. So welcome back. Alrighty. 212 gold. 212 gold. 212 gold. I think we... what do we level here? It's the Circular Saw again. Ugh. This is not... one stack of bleeding is not worth pretty much my entire bank account. So let's see what the workout has. Regeneration or armor? How about neither? What a waste of 2 weeks. We are going to hit the black market here. We're looking to sell. I also just had a realization that makes me kind of sad. But money's money. And we need it. We have not selected Bork once. Alucard is kind of out of the picture now. Alucard does have synergy with our Circular Saw, but not too much. Queen Ajara is never seeing play. And I could sell Kasoktha, but I'm going to keep Kasoktha because of something that I just thought of. So let's see what happens, shall we? Please, for the love of the dark gods. Oh. Huh. The Hydra seems hungry, as she looks longingly at the slave you brought with you. Would you feed the slave to her? Absolutely. Get that 30 power. I was really crossing my fingers and hoping it would be the resistance event, which gives the Hydra plus 40 to all resistances, but she has to eat somebody to make it happen, so I was kind of hoping it would be that, and then she would choose Gostogba. How do you eat a ghost? Great question. Don't know the answer. We are going to tap this trainer, however, and Aramantis has deserved earn his level up. Puppy. Papi. How do you level up? Brain? She should be right. Yeah, okay, she's over here. Thought she was a demon for some reason. At level 4, Poppy gains some air resistance, which I'm still baffled it's negative. Health, power, efficacy. What about Saramorph? Alright, we looked at that a little bit. Alrighty, Poppy it is. Congratulations, you are level 4. Which leaves us only enough... Oh, I have no more blood. Because I just spent it all. That's fine. That's probably fine. Probably. Kasakta. Oof. What is this? Ooh, that's really good. Well, okay. Okay. So we just leveled Poppy to level 4. We just put Poppy to level 4. And, she's pretty strong. Those are good numbers. 120 hit points, 105 power, 120 speed. Decent resistances as long as, you know, she's not fire. And she's been very powerful for us. But this is a new artifact. New as in I just unlocked it in, like, last Mog run. And it's pretty strong. Chalcedon will have, like, close to 1,000 hit points with this. Poppy, you have served the Dark Gods well. Thank you for your sacrifice. I appreciate you. A young man manages to sneak up to you and threaten you with a rusty blade. His face streaked with angry tears, he seeks to avenge his family tortured and devoured before his very eyes. You can gently pat him on the shoulder and show him the exit. Amuse yourself with his suffering, or offer him as a gift to your employees. We're going to torture him. Because with this combat and that torture, that should be enough for 2 level 4s. The doctor just had a brilliant idea. Why not cynically gather blood or tears directly from your employees? You know what, Doctor? That is a genius idea. And I'm trying to think of how to make the most of this. So, level 4. Level 4? I technically don't need the blood. Technically. But I'm going to take it anyway. You never know when it's going to be useful. We have just enough motivation. Just enough. To make it through both combats without caring. So, the question is, how are our rooms laid out? Kel'Thuzad opens up a lot of fire resist options, so we'll bring Kel'Thuzad back to room 2. He is, after all, Kel'Thu motherfucking Zod. Be'lakor has been useful. Our nature resist is kind of lacking in room 1, but hey, that's what happens when you get rid of your highest nature resist character. I mean, she's still here, in spirit, mostly. Well, let's go get our 4th artifact, shall we? Let's see what we can see. What a strange dungeon layout. But I do really like Chalcedon being first. However, you know what I don't like? 750 hit points. Not as much as I thought, but not bad. I don't like this stupid shadow being here. I don't like you at all. In fact, I might just freaking rockfall your face repeatedly. He is still weak to fire, though, which is worth noting. But fuck you. Leading the charge is the Shadow, who will be dealing loads of nature damage and applying poison, a lot of it, to the target in the front. Ah, Poppy, how I miss you. Although we do have Vertebrae here to kind of eat it. Joined by the Dragon Knight, who will be attacking the center. with loads of physical damage after he applies vulnerability to the person with the highest fire resistance, which in this case was good old Bellicor. I think I'm just going to shoot this lady. 4 stacks of poison. Not bad. It's done. Nail it. You are weak to ice, you're weak to fire, and you'll be burning everybody. Fantastic, although Bellicor is going to fall to the next shot. Fuck you. And the Hellbringer is here, dealing ice damage to the back, applying elemental resistance, weakness, and for once not ricocheting to the entire team. Die. Fuck you, you stupid shadow. Farewell, Vertebrae. Alrighty. So the Hellbringer is going to dodge that, so I basically just put this trap here for the shadow. That was it. That was all I had. But hey, we have the mirror here. Bye. Also, that was to proc her, like, first dodgy thingy. So yeah, this is gonna go well. Kelthu motherfucking Zod is in the back, and he'll be applying Frostbite, which means Abominable Swoleman can permastun. Which means Aramantis can just slap a bitch. Oh, he went to 0 armor. Darn. Alright. Well, good run, everyone. Good run. Proud of you all. 235. Oh. Why have I seen the Unholy Shroud so many times this run? I am not picking up the Unholy Shroud. Mammoth Bridget Bone is incredibly cute. I do enjoy this one, because I'm a fan of Les Skeletons. But we'll not be picking it up. We will in fact be picking up the Pocket Mirror, which is not overly useful, but it does provide additional defense to the person in the back, which I suppose is just fine. Now, we could hit this merchant to buy a whole bunch of shit and sell to the black market for loads of money. That does mean that whatever is week 42 could determine if we get any more level 4s. But I could also do this to try and get my achievement, so, sure. I guess Putricide is decently cheap. Give me cheap units. Well, not quite. I didn't get my artifact. I keep calling it an achievement, don't I? Ah! Well, since I have so many units, we'll pull out the important ones. Which is pretty much just these guys. There we go. Those are the important units. And we'll hit a business trip. Oh, it still picks them, huh? 2 bird stone. You know what? Sure. Probably over Aegis. Aegis is really not important. Okay. Why not? Alright, bring everyone back. You. I guess we can bring in... So the Goblin Drummer. We do have a really good name for him, but I forgot what it was. And I wasn't going to use him, so I didn't look it up. He applies Enrage to everybody, so I was thinking about using him, but alongside the Harpy, he actually does AoE air damage, just like the Harpy, and just like the Harpy applies air weakness, but his damage dealt is increased by 100% if the target's air resistance is negative. So if the Harpy goes first, which she will because she's faster, and the air weakness brings it below, into negative threshold, the Drummer could do some decent AoE damage. Could. I don't know if he will. I don't need this money either. So, let's make everybody happy. Speaking of air damage, the Skeleton Trumpeter could also be amusing, maybe. Possibly. Wasn't I going to keep the Drummer? I think I was. I'm not going to keep Putricide, though. Hey, therapist. Thank you. Everyone loves you. Okay. How's the team going to roll? You are air resistance. I have plenty of that up here, but I don't want it to be... I don't want to drop Gazog, though. So do I just bring up Scornchy? You know what? Sure. Scornchy will help out with nature resist. Because this combo is pretty sync. Alright. We didn't get to do any cute map combos, but we made it all the way to the end. And it was a pretty convenient, a convincing slog through Ascension 13. And look, the resting room is in our favor to the campfire. So let us see who dare stands before the slave holder. Our champion of Ascension 13 is the Pyromancer. It feels like it's been a while since I've seen the Pyromancer, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. He deals loads of fire damage to the back and applies burn to monsters who deal damage to the Pyromancer. Oh, I thought it was the other way around. Well, he also heals himself for 10% of the damage he dealt to people who are on fire, so it might behoove us to not punch him, but that would involve not doing things, and I love doing things. Besides, he's gonna have a bad time. Just trust me, he's gonna have a bad time. How much do you heal? Oh, what? Attack regenerates 10% of the Pyromancer's... Oh, dear God. Well, maybe he's not going to have that bad of a time. He is joined by the Templar, who will be attacking the front with air and, of course, applying that dreaded vulnerability. And joined by the Enchanter, who will shuffle our first team. Hopefully not too terribly. Okay. And deal AoE nature damage and apply that elemental resistance. Are you sensing the trend? Guess I'm just gonna do this. That'll apply tiredness so he does less damage. And Scorchy, of course, is very, 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 very resistant to fire, with a whopping 60% even with weakness. Stun. Beautiful. Wonderful setup. Unfortunately, this is Scornchy's final turn. Look at that absolute damage. Why? Oh, Scornchy was getting the Transmutation Circle because she was technically first before Elias ruined everything. Stun. I tried. Beautiful. There is no more Pyromancer. Stun. Just in the vulnerability. But yeah, this was a convincing showing. We are going to enrage our friends. I put this here. This was a last moment change. I put that there for the bleed. Bye. Kelthu motherfucking Zod, ladies and gentlemen. With the 23. And now I'm gonna slap you. Real good. Okay. That was good. I like that.
My work here is done.
24 and 0. Beautiful. Blood and tears collected. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Well done, Mog. A round of applause. This build was fantastic. I knew it was gonna be.
Sweat and blood.
I knew it was gonna be amazing.
Torture, it's a passion.
And it did not disappoint. In fact, this could be a contender for Ascension 19. It could be. It could be. It was that good. But of course, we have a few more to get through. And for the next Ascension, the champion from the final group of heroes gains Enhanced Resistance 3 at the start of the dungeon. Annoying, but not the end of the world. We'll see just how truly bad that is, because next up is Cyril. And for Cyril, we're going to be using the Wombo combo that she opens up. I'm thinking about bringing both, but I might just lean all the way into one. I'll think about it a little bit more. But thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Did I get my artifact? I did not. Rip. I do have an idea of how I'm going to get this. But it does involve a little bit of fishing that I may or may not do. Maybe I will just end up playing more. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and general members of the support channel. I greatly appreciate you. And if anyone would like to stay up to date with anything happening on the channel, feel free to join the Discord in the description down below. And I'll see you next time. The return of the Enchantress. Bye.